We are in the middle of a recession, but somehow sneaker resellers are shocked and crying online about going broke.
Does anyone want to explain why shoes are literally just dying right now? I own a sneaker store and we've been struggling for the last couple months. And y'all can say, oh, it's because you overprice things.
I mean, look around. The cost of living is insane. Inflation has groceries priced like luxury items, and most Americans are just struggling to survive. So obviously, people aren't lining up to pay artificially inflated prices for sneakers that resellers buy up, hoard, and then mark up. Just to squeeze every extra dollar out of consumers that they can. Even real sneakerheads, people that love sneakers, are tapping out.
A lot of y'all infiltrated the sneaker culture only for profit and gain, and y'all wasn't a part of it and was charging 3, 4, 5 times what the shoes was worth.
Which again makes sense when people are struggling so bad, when they have to choose between paying for gas, food, bills, or rent. And meanwhile, these resellers are trying to charge $500 for a shoe that costs dollars to manufacture. They deserve their fate. Now I know this channel is super entertaining, but for all the times you get bored, there's a game you can play and get paid for. If you check out the link in the description or scan the QR code, you can sign up for Freecash.com and start right away. It's simple and it only takes a few seconds to create an account with your email and password. Inside, you'll see a wall of games and offers. Pick one you actually enjoy, play through the levels, and the cash lands straight into your Freecash account. That's how some users are earning hundreds of dollars on certain offers. And you don't even have to spend anything. Just stick to the free levels and cash out. The whole point is, instead of sitting there scrolling like we all do, you can play games and earn money at the same time. And when it's time to cash out, you got options, PayPal or gift cards. So if you're curious, hit the link in the description or scan the QR code. Sign up free and start playing for cash in your spare time. And when you use my link or QR code, you get a $5 bonus to kick things off. But I'm Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
Does anyone want to explain why shoes are literally just dying right now? I own a sneaker store and we've been struggling for the last couple months. And y'all can say, oh, it's because you overprice things. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, it's a Yeezy. You're overpricing it. It's $110. Retails like 2-something. Market's like $190. I'm pricing it at $110.
That pricing is recent, and maybe because they've been struggling the last couple months. When I say these reseller stores jack up prices so much, it's ridiculous. I remember going in one of these stores a few years ago to get the tan Yeezy slides, which were maybe like $80 when they came out or something like that, and they wanted $280 for them. The way they jack up prices is predatory and insane.
It's brand new. An off-white lot dunk, which you haven't been able to get for 4 years now. Used to be going for $500 to $600. Market's like $400. We have them priced at $320. A shoe that's sold out, hard to get. A SB Navy 4. It's used, but $210. That's like retail. And then you have stuff that are like Jordan 1s, like these shattered backboards that just came out. We were charging like $170 for them or something like that, which retails higher. And then we got like Lucky Greens, the Royal Toes. All these things are going for well under retail, and we have them priced under retail. For example, like a yellow ochre, which is not even a bad shoe, is going for like $90 in the store here, which is crazy. Retails like what, $170? It's definitely an interesting time in the sneaker world right now, and you'd think that people would be coming to sell us their shoes too because the market's down. They just want to get rid of some stuff, but that's not even the case. We haven't had a lot of people coming to sell to us. I mean, last week we did buy a lot of shoes, but this week we're a little slow.
I really don't know why anybody sells their shoes to these places either, because they really don't get fair value.
So if you guys are looking to sell us your shoes or come and buy some shoes because you're looking to buy the dip, then please stop by.
The other thing that he's not mentioning is there are so many sneaker reseller stores now. You can go to any mall and there's going to be like 2 or 3 of these stores, where before it just used to be doing stuff online, StockX or whatever. But if you have all of these stores competing against each other, they're going to lose their money just off that. And some of the responses were on point. People realize all of these have no value. All are made in some factory in China for 25 cents. Exactly. So people stop buying overpriced shoes from greedy resellers. In other news, the sun is shining today. But I really think the point is so many people are struggling. People don't have money to waste or throw away on super inflated, overpriced sneakers. We are in a very bad recession. We have been for like 2 to 3 years, and it's getting worse. The stock market doesn't reflect American buying power. Our gov and their paid media shields are lying to anyone that will listen. It's pathetic. Core inflation is off the charts. And that's super accurate, and that can be reflected by this administration no longer sharing the job reports or inflation reports. The economy is in the toilet, but people are still acting like things are normal when they're really not. And another perspective just about sneaker culture in and of itself. Sneaker culture is dead because white people, the biggest resellers, completely stopped giving a fuck about Jordans and Yeezys. The hype is cooked. Hip-hop dominance is dead. Same reason we just saw the first full month with 0 rap songs in the top 100. Parallel collapse. Harsh but true.
Death to the resellers. A lot of you culture vultures, white kids, came in, y'all started wearing Jordans and jacking up the price. Because I'm going to be honest, when I was in high school, when I was early 2000s, late 90s, white wasn't wearing Jordans. You know what I mean? Like, it might have been like 2 or 3 white kids that grew up around blacks and listen to hip-hop who might throw some mics on, but the majority wasn't.
They definitely weren't wearing Jordans. They were Vans out. They would be wearing Vans, Chucks, like some old beat sneakers, but they weren't like the fly sneaker kids ever that I remember from growing up.
That was like a trendy thing. Like, white kids is wearing everything that we doing, and I'm not trying to sound like a racist or whatever, but a lot of y'all infiltrated the sneaker culture only for profit and gain, and y'all wasn't a part of it. Like, y'all didn't know what it was like waking up, going into the store, seeing some shit you ain't know was coming out, or getting the East Bay magazine. And yeah, I mean, just being able to buy the Jordans retail is like so refreshing, because I never paid resale my whole life until I got out of high school. Like, it was even the patent leathers, you could still, like, I remember, like, I'd say maybe 9th or 10th, you might see a line with like 2, 3, but like not this crazy shit. And I don't mind the line shit. Like, I'm not knocking the line shit. I'm knocking the that came in and proliferated the community and was charging 3, 4, 5, 10s, 5 times what the shoes was worth. Yeah. And that shit is over with. And now y'all gotta find a new hustle.
Yeah, they definitely gotta find a new hustle or a new resale, because I don't see anybody going back to paying super jacked up prices for sneakers. It's just not that important anymore. I think it's the same with streetwear. Groceries are like $1,000 a week for families. Ain't nobody paying for specialty shoes. All facts. And then another reseller gave her opinion on why she thinks this is happening to the resale market.
So I own a sneaker store, and here's 3 main reasons why the sneaker market has crashed. 1, oversupply. There is way too much supply for the little demand that there is. 2, people now would rather buy for comfort. They'd rather buy on-cloud Hokas, just more comfortable wear. They don't really care about buying Jordan 4s anymore, or Jordan 11s, things like that, even though those SKUs are still very in demand. Number 3, and I think this ties into it, and I haven't heard many people talk about it, but I really think that like the love that people have for sneakers is just gone now. Like, sneakers used to be a talking point. Like, when you meet somebody with, like, let's say an off-white shoe, oh my God, such a cool shoe. And you can strike up conversation and become friends with someone because, they had some sneakers that you really like, and, you guys are into the same thing. You guys are like sneaker hobbyists. And now I really don't see that at all anymore.
I think there's definitely some truth to that. There were huge sneakerhead forums back in the day. I don't even know if they or those communities exist anymore. I know for me, I'm not pressed to buy any of these shoes that come out anymore. I used to be a sneakerhead in high school. I'm selective, but I'll still buy any J's or like foam posits that I really like when I was growing up that I either had or I wished I had and I missed out on. But even if I miss them, it's no big deal to me. And I'm sure a lot of people that can't afford shoes feel that way. But another interesting tweet, people can't love what they can't have. It's a generation of people grown now who grew up not getting shoes because of people like this. It is a whole generation of people that grew up with sneaker resellers that would go in stores and buy every single sneaker before anybody else even has a chance to get them. I mean, when you see this in action, it's atrocious. Running through the store to grab every single pair so nobody even gets a chance. This is crazy.
You can have those. Excuse me.
This type of stuff really destroyed the culture around sneakers. When I was young, it used to be cool to get up in the morning, get in line, buy some J's to drop, and then wear them to school. People would be on your line like crazy. Or like me, I had a sister that worked at Foot Locker, so I definitely got all the shoes when they dropped. But that culture is completely dead now, especially with people being able to buy shoes online. But these sneaker resellers, this is just greed. They literally destroyed any love or community around shoes. Then put them up for resale at insane prices where people aren't even getting the shoes that they want to get. So resellers really created the problem that we're seeing today.
Growing up, I used to think that Jordans were this super luxurious item that were damn near impossible to access. Come to find out, it's just a couple slimy, smelly kids.
That's crazy that's how people grew up. Not even knowing back in the day, you could just go to the store when Jordans dropped and buy a pair of Jordans. And then I even remember when people started buying like 2 or 3 pairs at a time, Foot Locker and other stores like that would limit them. We could only buy 2 Jordans max and 1 in each size.
But once I finally realized this fact and I had my own money to spend, I decided I was gonna start going after whatever Jordan I thought looked good for retail. So at the time, the next Jordan that was coming out that I thought looked good was the Red Thunder 4s. And on the day of release, I did all my online entries, and then I even went to the mall and did some in-store raffles. And obviously I lost everything. And as I was about to leave the last store, the worker just said, like, sometimes we have extra pairs and sometimes people don't like pick up their reserves. We just sell them. The next day, immediately, first come, first serve. But you gotta be there early. I already know for a fact, like you had to be more than early. You had to be damn near there before the mall even opened to have a shot at this. And then I realized, like, that's what you actually had to do.
Even when I was younger, those lines in the mall would start way before the store opened because the malls are open. Like, old people go and walk through malls for exercise and all that. So before the stores even open the gate, there would be a line from the store going through the mall, just depending on how long the line was. You would definitely have to get in line before the store opened.
Because this was a mall, right? And the store that was doing this was a Foot Locker. So to get there early, to get there first, like, you had to already be inside the mall somehow before it even opened. So the next day, I arrived at the mall about an hour and 30 minutes before the mall even opens. After about like 15 minutes, I find it, I enter, thinking I have to be the only one there. So I'm thinking nobody's gonna be there.
Bro definitely never bought shoes before this.
Of course, that wasn't the case though. There was already like 6 people there, and like most of them already had pairs of sneakers, and one of them had like 5. So I'm really like, why are you here? You already have 5 pairs and you here waiting for an hour and a half to get an extra, what, like $40 or something? Like, bro, like, as we're getting closer to when Foot Locker's supposed to open and the line is getting longer, like 3 other resellers hopped on the line, but they just skipped, I guess because they were friends with the other smelly and slimy resellers that were over there.
That wouldn't happen back in the day. You weren't jumping lines. You're going to have to fight. It definitely would be a fight trying to jump a line to get Jordans, which are probably going to be sold out. Nah.
And I was only going to say something if I deadass didn't get my shoe. If I didn't get my shoe,
Too late by then.
one of those slimy 3 people that just skipped, I was going to cause a problem. Hell no. Oh, fuck no. But eventually the Foot Locker opens and the line is moving, and when it's finally my turn and I ask them for a size 11, they say, I'm sorry, the guy before you just got the last size 11. Can you do it 10.5? So I take the 10.5, I pay for the 10.5. One of these kids who all took a size 11 that are all about to sell, one of these kids have to have it in their heart to trade with me. Come on, Ev. So my first pick is obviously the nigga with 6 sneakers now. I think 5 of those 6 were 11s and only one of them was like a 10.5. I'm like, bro, there's no way you're this fucking evil to refuse a trade. And then I asked him and he's like, oh, no problem. Of course I can do it for a $40 surcharge, with a smile on his face. Like, he actually said it like that. I'm telling you, like, no remorse in his eyes, just pure evil, pure greed. Capitalism is running through his blood. When I say I was this close to just backhanding him, would I be in the wrong? Like, I was this close though. The only thing that held me back was
Nah, bro, you wouldn't be in the wrong. Backhand him, drop your 10.5, take the 11 and roll. That's crazy. He tried to charge his man $40 to swap shoes, which he's going to resell anyway.
His reseller friends was finna back him up, and I needed to get 1v1s. Like, I can't take them all at the same time. And then I go up to the next person, and thankfully, this next person is a fucking human being. Like, bro, it's a 10.5 and you have an 11 that you're about to fucking sell, bro. Like, you're making the same money. If I deadass waited, did all that, and then left without the sneaker size that I needed, I promise you I was wreaking havoc. I promise you I was wreaking.
I'm glad man's got his shoe. Bro went through the struggle to get his first J's. Sneakerheads are some of the lamest people on the planet. Honestly, might be worse than furries. And I'm glad they corrected that. These are not sneakerheads. These aren't people that care about sneakers or the culture. These are greedy ass resellers. That's what they're doing.
So I seen this post, and it's basically a reseller saying, why are shoes sitting? Why are they not being sold out? And the answer is pretty simple, though. Like, that's the crazy thing is, we only have 2 feet, and y'all be taxing for shoes, though. Me, personally, I never understood how people can have hundreds of shoes, and they're probably only gonna wear them probably 1-3 times out their life period. You feel me? If they got like hundreds of shoes, though. Me, right, I got me about 5-10 pairs, you know, stuff that I'm not trapping, stuff that I can look good in, and stuff, that, just personal favors, though. But 100 shoes, like, no, man. Like, once you get your, your 5, your 10 pairs, you can switch out through a week and stuff like that, you pretty much good. It's like buying shoes, you feel me, racking up on shoes is just a waste of money, bro.
I mean, yeah, that's real facts, but also that's what sneaker culture was built around. Just having all the shoes that you really liked, that you really vibe with, that dropped, and kind of collecting them and being the person that always had the shoes that would drop. I mean, at least when I was younger, that's what it was like.
You're not a real sneakerhead if you only like hype shit.
Yeah, exactly.
If you aren't buying GR stuff and you aren't buying shoes for the silhouette and not the hype, then you're not a fucking sneakerhead.
Right.
Point blank, period.
We are in a sneaker depression, and I'm going broke as hell right now because I have so many brand new shoes.
Look at all of these shoes. That is crazy.
Legit, so many brand new shoes, like thousands of them.
It's not hard to put 2 and 2 together why sneaker resellers are going out of business. The economy is in the trash, people are struggling, and their greed destroyed their own market. Where if people can't get shoes at resale anymore, they just don't want them. Because why pay $100, $200 extra for shoes that you could have gotten at retail when they released if these greedy sneaker resellers didn't go snatch them all up? I honestly think the resale market needs to go. It's trash. It's always been trash. And I don't feel sorry for any of these resellers at all. But shout out to my channel members. Thank y'all so much for supporting. Thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video and don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.